Hello, friends, and welcome to our discussion of the Masters. Now, I'm wearing, I guess, the most green shirt I could find. There's some green printing here, and that's obviously because the sole prize of the Masters is a trophy as long as the heralded green jacket. So we'll talk about that and a little bit more, and let's jump into things. So first, we're gonna go over and answer some commonly asked questions about the Masters. And then we'll go on to some defining moments as well as some other fun facts that I find interesting about the Masters. But first off, the Masters was created by Bobby Jones and an investment dealer, Clifford Roberts, and it's played at the Augusta National Golf Club. It started in 1933, with the first tournament actually being held in 34. And the first winner of that tournament was a man named Horton Smith. He also won again in 1930. A common question is asked about why is it called the Masters? And this is because Roberts, one of the founders, suggested it should be called that because it is one of the four major tournaments of golf, along with the PGA Tour and both the US and British Open. So you really have to be a quote-unquote master of golf in order to be invited to play at the Masters, and especially be a master to win the tournament. The name actually went into effect in 1939. And its popularity really rose, as I said earlier, as it being one of the four major tournaments in the golfer year. Its big popularity with common folk and its TV deals really sprouted into popularity, especially in the 60s and 70s when it began being televised. Another interesting question and thought about the Masters is why has the green jacket become a symbol of winning the Masters and how did it get started? And so we have here in 1937, Augusta National members, that is the golf course that the Masters is played at, began wearing green sport coats so they could be recognized if fans had questions about the tournament. And that tradition was expanded to winners being presented with green jackets starting in 1949, with Sam Snead being the winner of the first green jacket. And an interesting thing is technically the winner doesn't keep the green jacket that they win. They're supposed to return it at the following year's events. But oftentimes they get an exact replica made for them so they can have something in their trophy case. Qualifying for the Masters, like I said earlier, to be a master of golf, it's really hard to qualify. So there are some different qualification rules. I'll just go over a couple because there are several different ways you can get in. But to start, if you've won the Masters ever before, you're automatically in no matter how old you are. If you can play golf and walk the golf course, they will let you play. In addition, winners of the 5 most recent PGA championships and the US Open and the Open championships, winners of the 3 most recent player championships, and Olympic gold medalists, the current U.S. amateur champion, and then the Latin America amateur champion and the Asia Pacific amateur champion. And then also if you are ranked in a top 40 in the field of world golf rankings, you are extended an invite. And another interesting thing that is talked about is a symbol, I guess, of the Masters, along with the green jacket, is a magnolia, which is, of course, a flower. It's become synonymous with the golf course that the Masters is played at, Augusta National, because they have sweeping magnolias and rows of flowers throughout the golf course in those beautiful red colors when the Masters, red and pink colors when the Masters is typically played in April. So that's always been a fun sign for patrons to come and see those magnolia flowers. So now we'll jump into some defining moments of the Masters and other fun facts. There have been a lot of iconic moments at the Masters, among which some of the greatest golfers of all time have had success, including Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. For example, Jack Nicklaus set the course's scoring record in 1965, and he held that all the way up until Tiger Woods, who was 21 years old at the time, broke his record by 1 stroke in the 1996 Masters. And Tiger Woods also, through his struggles, has had struggles throughout his career, but his most memorable moment, arguably, was when he came back to golf after several surgeries and personal issues and won the Masters in 2019. and he replicated that same hug he had on that 96 Masters with his father, who passed away then since, with his son at the time. So that was always an iconic moment, and he details it as the greatest moment of his career thus far. Let's jump into some other fun facts about the Masters. Next, we'll jump into some of my favorite fun facts that I've stumbled across as I've done some research on the Masters and the tournament. So to start, we have Jack Nicklaus is the most winningest player in Masters history with 6 wins, and he's also the oldest player to ever win the tournament at 46 years old. He won that in 1986. Next, we have the most common tree at the Masters is a pine tree. And if anybody has watched the Masters, it is also known for having pine straw lining the areas outside of the fairway. So if you hit it in the outside of the rough or the fairway, you're likely to land in pine straw. An iconic stretch of holes that is nicknamed Amen Corner. And this was actually named by someone who came across a song that he thought symbolized it well, which was called Shouting at Amen Corner. And Amen Corner is meant to symbolize the immense difficulty of those holes and how you have to pray to be able to get through it in one piece. And next we have another famous fixture of the course is Ray's Creek, and it was named after John Ray and runs through the number 12 green and also the tee box at number 13. So with that, I'll close, and I can refer you to any of the resources. I got a lot of this material at masters.com as well as golf.com. So if you're interested, I can provide those links, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and looking forward to hopefully donning a green jacket one day. Thanks. Have a nice day.